We're from Austin, Texas, home of keeping it weird. And we're looking for a house to restore, but not just any house. A special kind of a house. The one with a story and a history. The spooky one. The one you might avoid on a dark night. So come along as we search for just the right house somewhere in a small town in Texas. Epic.
Good day, good day. Go.
What? Go. What do you want me to say?
What do you want to say?
I want to say that this fucking person in front of me is pissing me off big time. We're going 25.
They're probably afraid of the car breaking you with all the puddles.
Welcome once again to the wonderful town of Marlin, where it's full of potholes, and you're lucky if your car can make it through the one street and the one stoplight in the town without dipping out.
Yeah. Now, watch out for this giant crater.
Oh, they filled it. Did you see?
Yeah.
Oh, shocking.
And that's one that had a tree growing out of it.
Oh, they didn't fill that one.
Better roads in Beirut.
Probably true.
On this episode, we are, we don't know what we're doing yet.
We're sweating to death because it's 80 degrees. What are we, April 27th?
Something like that.
And it's probably 100% humidity.
It's the South. It's dry for the South.
No. So we're back at the house, and we had lots of plans today. I'm not sure exactly what's going to get done, but...
Yeah, it's a little hard to stay motivated when you're an hour and a half from the house, and by the time you get here, you've had the life sucked out of you from the drive. Plus there's so much here to do, it's a little overwhelming. So it's kind of like, although we did meet some pretty nice neighbors who had good things to say about the town.
And that's a first.
Right. Because we can't find anything good about the town yet, so we're still looking. But anyways, we're headed over to Ace to once again try to find some materials so we can get something accomplished today. Why do you keep pushing the button for?
I'm trying to close it, and you see how I just pushed it one time? And it's not working.
You over pushed it. Anyways, off to Ace we go.
It won't close.
I'm sure you pushed it too long.
So dramatic. It actually was for sale. $399,000.
You should have bought that.
Well, it said it expired. I don't know how old this was. But I would have bought the church. Oh my God, you scared the shit out of me.
You only have to film for 3 minutes, stop, move your camera, film for 3 more minutes, stop, move your camera, film for a couple more minutes, and be done. You don't have to film the whole experience.
I understand. But I didn't want to get off the fucking ladder to move the camera when I'm in the middle of actually accomplishing something and getting fucking dirty water all over my face and getting chased by mud daubers. Okay? So I fucking do what I do when I do it. And look, he's on you. He's on you. Where'd he go?
The paid actors are, you know, not so good.
so I can continue. To show people how dirty this house was. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a whole nother house. It doesn't even look that bad now. It's like shocking. Horrifying. Shocking. I just don't understand.
Just a little elbow grease.
Well, yes. A lot of elbow grease. And a lot of power washing. I power wash the windows just thinking, you know, if it leaks, it leaks. Who gives a shit? You can actually see in there now. Just by hosing off the first layer of grime, you can actually see inside the house now. Pretty clear. Insanity.
It reminds me of my cousin Vinny when they're talking to the hillbilly and he's like, "Oh, I sent him out the window." And you show the screen and the screen looks like that. Oh yeah, that rusty, crusty, crud covered. Yeah.
Saw him clear as day.
Yes, last time these were clean is when we were children.
I bet you're not wrong. And we're not young.
No.
So that was a really long time ago.
She's a little bit of a challenge to work with. Whew. I'm sure you figured that out by now. Okay, back to work. So, made it back over here. And got the forms off the concrete, which looks horrible, by the way. But hey, it is what it is. So, phase number 2 is to dig all that crap all out and build a little rain trough here so the water doesn't go to the house. Because we did find that it rained the last couple days, and of course water was still going under the house. So definitely need to solve that that situation. So hopefully this level of concrete will solve at least this problem. There's only about 6 more of these issues around the perimeter of the house to fix, so it's nothing major. Just time and money. But yeah, I had to dig out the big old wherever it is, the big rut over there. It's done messing me up, so I'm gonna fill all this in with a nice little V shape to about this area here, and we look at the water traveling that direction, and then finish flowing all this area in, and I think we will be in better shape. Then I'll start working on the skirting, which I'll probably pull all that off, just have to make sure everything's level and go from there. Yeah, because up in towards the front of the house we got the front is sort of sloping down a little bit, and I think it's the same problem. Everything just sort of runs under the house. But you know, over time, plant flower beds, all that stuff, it grows up and screws up the water flow, so it just needs to be corrected. Really not a big deal, it's just a matter of doing it, which nobody's done much of anything on this house for a long time. I mean, we're not even remotely into the whole restoration portion of this. Right now, we're just trying to shore up, basically shore up the levee, stop the stuff that's causing damage to the house. And once we can do that, then we can actually start on, you know, fixing and restoring. Because right now, it's just like the rain gutters, because they're so screwed up, they're causing us more trouble than they're actually helping. So I think it's going to be next on the list after getting the house sort of straightened out. I'll have to start looking for a support group for husbands whose wives talk them into buying old houses. I'm sure there's one out there. All right, progress is being made. Let that set up. Let's go check on the queen. Let's see what disaster she's creating today, and future disaster she's creating for me. Let's see, the screen door's up. Oh, it's cleaned up nice. What's up?
Hi.
It's like a whole new house.
You wish. I'm done for today because I'm tired and my arm hurts and you know. But I think it looks better. It's still an old, dilapidated house, but it doesn't look as dirty. So, you know, winning.
It doesn't look any worse.
It does not look any worse.
Not looking any worse. You're gonna tear those crud covered screens off. You're gonna leave those there.
These? They're nailed in, so I need your assistance.
I think your fans want to see some destruction. Please destroy it. You're supposed to get a sledgehammer and bust stuff up on your home restoration show like everybody else.
Well, but they got nails, babe.
You got nails too. Just fly up there and pull them off.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing. Give her the old heave-ho. Oh my gosh, that looks a million times better just doing that.
That poor window.
This thing's ain't seen the day of Pete in 100 years.
The light of day is what you're trying to say?
Well, day, Pete, whatever. He's a nice guy.
I don't know Pete.
Yeah, I know. Should have went to church more.
Ugh.
I particularly like the way when they painted the house, they went ahead and painted the windows for you too.
Yeah, I like that.
Sort of that frosted snowflake effect. I like. It's always winter around here.
Oh, always winter. Always winter. Well, I guess now I can kind of clean that off a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, what a difference that just makes. I say we get the street view.
What's that?
We're gonna go for the street view.
Of me pulling this off? Ooh.
Well, no, we just want to see the difference. We don't really
Oh.
care. Go, action shot.
Wow.
Now go throw in the burn pile.
We don't have a burn pile.
The whole house is a burn pile. Alrighty, my friend.
Yup.
I think that's enough to say. That really did make a huge difference.
I mean, right? It really did. I can't believe how dirty it was. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. I can't believe how you could look. You look. Let me rephrase that. I can't believe how good you look in a low life hat.
Well, I appreciate you letting me borrow it, so.
Yeah.
All right, let me hose off the rest of this. And,
He's got done good little crockeroony up there.
Where?
Right there where you can see in the house.
Oh, yeah. The second door does the same thing.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, that door over there is a little, might be some water behind it now because,
Hopefully once the house is level, it'll solve those situations, so.
I hope so.
Okie doke.
All right.
Let's wrap this crap up. Brother need a cheeseburger.
Okay.
And yes, I'm using a tile trowel because that's all I had. You know, professionals.
I know you might not believe it, but it actually looks a million times better than it did before. So let me show you. I power washed the siding and the door jambs and the windows. Look at that. Took the screens off the windows. You can actually see the windows. It actually looks not half bad. I mean, it's still an old house and it still needs a lot of work, but it's amazing how dirty it really was and just needed a little wash, a little bath. It still hurts. It's on fire. It feels like they're still chomping. Chomp. They got me, Captain.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Nothing. Saying you look like you got chomped on.
They down by my ankle, not on my thigh. God. It's kind of heavy. Where are we going with it? Yeah, exactly.
Walk over to the shed.
No.
And I wasn't yelling at you. I'm just currently like a 3-year-old. I'm hungry, I'm cranky, and I probably need a nap, so I'm ready to go home.
Shall we go over all the things you have eaten today? And you're going to tell me that you're hungry?
I had the sweats. Sweats makes me hungry.
Okay. Well, I would like to go home as well and take a shower, so let's wrap it up. Oh, shit.
Oh, that's what I said.
Machismo.
Alrighty.
My pocket knife is right behind you. That one's loose in the very back. That one. Yeah. Yes.
And nothing.
Are you sure? What is that, like backboard? Wait.
Didn't I
That's
have back
concrete.
a board a zillion years ago?
It's just concrete, right?
Yeah.
But look, if you look, it used to have smaller tiles. You can kind of see
that's the back of this guy.
Oh. Some bitch. Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's whatever that is. Look how thick that thing is.
I know.
I like them thick. I like an ice cream sandwich. So.
It was just that one, I think.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, yeah, these are probably more than likely original. That or they went through extra steps to dig these out. You can Google that, but what you see is the mortar, and the mortar is sitting on top of the brick hearth, which goes to the ground. Unless somebody ripped all these out, which I kind of doubt they would have, because there's no real reason to change them. Because if you look here at the fireplace, which is, I can almost knock over, holy cow.
Maybe you shouldn't touch that.
Yeah, that's going to crumble. All right, put that in the list of things to put off.
A water system failure has left the entire city of Marlin without water service for nearly a week now.
Oh, so it's Sunday and we're headed back to the house. We're not going to be able to do too much today because there's no water. And there's no water, not at a fault of ours, but there's apparently no water in the whole city. Now, prior to us purchasing this house, we went to the town, we looked around, and, we drove to the center of town like any other normal ghost town in Texas. It's, you kind of would expect. It's a little old, a little rundown. It's normal. We didn't think too much of it. Now, once we signed on the house, and then we went ahead and started doing some research. We wanted to, see about the town and the history and this type of stuff. So we're doing some research. I went on the YouTube channel and, did some searching. And all of a sudden, we found all this information about Marlin having water problems. So then we go and we get on the local Facebook page and we start poking around. And holy smokes, this town's a freaking disaster. Apparently, now we've had the house for what now, 6 weeks?
The irony to this all, though, is that the town itself, the very town itself, was founded on the fact that it was a mineral springs town, and now they have water problems. But in our defense, the major water problems that they had was like back in 2016, and now it's starting to resurface because they didn't take care of the problem.
Yeah, so the town was essentially built on water, because of water. And now here we are 100 years later, they got no water. So now in the last 6 weeks we've had it, this is the third time the town has been without water for multiple days. So now they're talking like 2 weeks, no water in the whole city. I guess the infrastructure is crumbling. I mean, I'm sure it's old, hasn't been maintained properly, I'm assuming.
It's not just a pipe problem, though. It's the distribution of the water. Not like a bunch of like ratty old pipes, but I'm sure there's that too. But it's the plant that distributes the water that is having the problems.
Yeah, we're not really sure. We're not into that loop, but
because we don't live there yet.
Right. But you go on the Facebook page and everyone's blaming everybody else. They're blaming the city council. They're blaming this mayor, the old mayor, the upcoming mayor, the last mayor. It's an absolute disaster. So yesterday, the governor of Texas declared it an emergency, and now they're taking over, apparently, from what we understand, the water of Marlin so they can get it fixed or whatever the story is. It's like days of our lives over here.
It is.
So we found out this whole water situation. And then recently the police chief was arrested for like some sort of animal cruelty thing, which we don't know exactly what that was. Charges were dropped. Apparently at the animal shelter they forgot to feed the dogs for a little while, which is kind of frowned upon. So we got that thing going on. And just a bunch of other just bizarre stuff in this town. It's like, where the hell have we moved to?
Well, technically we haven't moved there.
Yeah, at this point, we're thinking about just picking the house and moving it someplace else, not full of wackerdoodles.
We actually are considering picking up the house and moving it someplace else. There was a developer who came into the town like maybe 5 years ago, because there are some fantastic old homes there. And he successfully moved 2 homes out of there to who knows where. But then the town got wind that that's what he was doing, and the city put a stop to it. But considering the circumstances right now with them having no water and the infrastructure is such a problem, I mean,
yeah,
they'd be hard pressed to tell me that I couldn't move my house.
I'm picking up my toys and I'm going home.
Exactly. It would be a huge undertaking, but it's definitely something that we are considering, because this town is bad news.
And it's really sad, because the town has lots of potential. I mean, it really does, but it's like, how this thing gets so bad. So we're going to dig through the town history and see what we can come up with, and because it's an interesting story on its face. On a whole side note, not alone the fact that we're trying to restore a stupid house there.
Right. It's not stupid.
It is now.
But it's just ironic to me that water is going to be its downfall when the town itself was
built on water.
But
yeah. Now, mind you, the lake in town is named after the guy who built our house. Battle Lake.
Lake, yeah.
Just absolute, just craziness.
Although the house, even though he was pseudo important as far as the founding of the town, he was the town banker for 40 years. There's no historic plaque. There's no marker. There's no, other than our side street is named Thomas, and that was his name, Thomas Battle. So I don't know. It's crazy that there's no real record other than a few things that we saw about how this man. But to build a house that big and so grand and to have it still standing is pretty impressive.
Yeah, now on our side of town, it used to all be mansions because this is how well-to-do the town was. So we're in technically the historical district. There's not much history left of any good history.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a crazy, crazy story. So we're gonna try to unravel this as we go here. But you know, the county history museum is never open, so it's a little harder to research when nobody's there.
No.
But now we understand why nobody's there. You know, and when we came to town originally, you know, the roads were complete garbage, which you kind of figure, again, old roads, garbage, you know, not maintained. Well, apparently the roads weren't maintained. The water wasn't maintained. We're hoping the electricity stays on at this point, but who knows what's next? It's like, good Lord. So hopefully the state of Texas is going to come in and figure out what the heck's going on with this disaster, and we'll go on from there. So stay tuned.
And in the meantime, we're going to the house not just to check on the water situation, because there is none. We left our trailer there, so we're going to go get the trailer and drop off some more stuff that doesn't need to be in our current home. Just trying to like clean things out and get things organized.
Yeah, plus we had a couple little tornadoes the other day, so I want to make sure nothing got messed up over there. So
warnings, tornado warnings.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, I personally hoped it'd blow the whole thing down, but I don't think I'm that lucky.
It's been standing for 140 years. You're not going to be that lucky.
No. Okay, so here's a question for you. We're looking at places to move the house. Now, there's a town which I think is called Satan. S-A-T-I-N.
It's called Satin, like the fabric. Satin, I-N. In. Satin.
I don't think so. I think it's Satan. And it's probably a woman's commune, I'm going to imagine.
I assure you, nowhere in Texas would they allow a city to be named Satan.
S-A-T-I-N.
And it's not grammatically correct, sir.
Well, nobody can pronounce stuff here anyway, so who knows what it is? Probably means like something else altogether.
It's satin, like a fabric.
So I'm not really how concerning the whole water issue really is to us in it anyway, because we have an actual well, a hand-dug well, probably that's 100 years old on the property. So I'm wondering if we can actually re-tap that thing and use it and get off the city's water grid altogether anyway. Also, we need to have new rain gutters put on the house, so adding perhaps a rain collection barrel or vessel would be probably the time to do that. So if any of you rain gutter people, you know, want to get involved, give me a holler. But, so, I don't know, that's worth looking into.
Oh,
Why don't you hit some more stuff there, Gladys?
well, it's the roads. We're in town now, so.
Oh, that's right. How do you know?
How do you know you've arrived in Marlin?
Yeah.
Your transmission.
Your suspension?
Are you making fun of me?
No, not at all.
Suspension. There, I got it out.
Thank you.
Just took a couple times.
Well, still here.
Well, it's a good thing that I power washed the front of it last time we were here. Look how nice it looks.
See, this is our well. Well, I mean, we're under the assumption it's a well. I mean, I don't know what else it would be. You can tell, judging by the bricks, it's been here a long time. It's just got this little weird kid here taking a leak. Yeah. Well, the tree's still here, and then our trash can blown down. We're all right. All right.
It's already falling apart. Whoops.
Yeah. Although it looks a million times better in here now with just pulling those wrinkly old shades down.
Yeah, it was bad.
Dude, those things have been there for, God, forever and ever.
Probably since the 70s for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Some type of a wannabe installation that didn't want to be anything.
Oh, all right. But look at the size of them windows. I mean, that is just magical right there. I mean, that window itself is 8 feet. Ceiling is what, you think, 10, 12 feet in here?
12, probably 12. Ugh. Janky.
I don't know where they were thinking with the textured walls, but it doesn't really...
No, it's awful.
Doesn't really work.
But like, how do you fix it?
Well,
You skim coat it, put plaster on it, take the drywall off. What do I do?
I mean, at this point, I'd almost think you just pull the drywall off and redo it, but...
Right?
I don't know. I'm trying to think too much about the second floor, because we got other fish to fry, but we can't fry because, you know, we can't cook because we can't cook because we don't got any water.
Oh my God, would you stop? Okay, let's go take the blinds off of the other room. I think it's weird that they left the mattress.
Yeah, probably couldn't move. The thing's too dang heavy.
Well, you moved it.
This is nice and light. Oh my God!
Shut the fuck up.
I'm kidding.
Oh. That was not funny. Watch the light fixture.
It was funny to me.
It was not funny to me.
Oh, hey, what is that?
Oh, it looks like a bed warmer thing. They had a cedar heater.
Perfect. All right, let's move this in.
Whoa, careful.
Good God, that's heavy.
Hang on, let me help. Here, hold this.
All right. And then there was lights.
Why would anybody put their fucking bed in front of a window? Why? Why would you put the bed in front of the window? I seriously have no idea. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't know. It appears to be in good shape, though.
For like literally no reason. So much dust. I'm just... Jesus.
It does look kind of Haunted Mansion in here, though.
What, the bed frame or the dust?
Well, probably both.
Should I just pull these down?
Well, no, because at the moment they're at least blocking the sun. You gotta understand this is a southern window, so it's gonna get sun pretty much all day, every day, forever.
All right. You know what we should do? We should take the drywall down in that closet and see if there's glass in that window.
Should.
Why? Why?
Yeah. It's probably just blocking the sun from coming in, and because I mean, you gotta think this window is what, east facing, so first thing in the morning this sucker's burning a hole in you.
Okay, but yeah, but then what the fuck is this for? I mean, come on. How many things do you need?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a nice looking shade though. Look how fancy dancy it is on the bottom there. They got little doodly doos on it.
Fancy dancy and doodly doos. Okay. I'm leaving you here. I'm leaving you here.
I like the little doodly doos.
Uh-huh. What is the story with this roof? This panel here. What do you think?
I don't know. I gotta assume there's water damage, and that's why they replaced the roof. Well, they replaced the roof after the hailstorm, but this must have been pre-existing.
Well, that is all water damage, but I can't tell. I think it's just from the air conditioner.
Yeah, more likely condensate from the air conditioner.
Because it's just right there.
Yeah.
But can I just... Who needs an air conditioner in their closet?
I don't know.
Can we point that out? Why would you have one in your closet?
Well, why do you need a ceiling fan in your closet?
And an air conditioning unit. Were they afraid that their clothes were going to get hot?
Maybe. It sounds like your coffin lid opening. That's a nice view from here. See, it's got the little curvy glass in it. It's all wavy.
Wavy glass, not curly. What are you talking about? Curly Mo.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, it's so dirty. That's bad.
Do I want to see what you got, babe? I've been doing it my whole life. What do you got? Oh, you're a mountain goat? What's your friend's name?
He's not a mountain goat.
Yeah, I'm not even sure that's a goat.
Well,
See?
of course it's a fucking goat.
Oh, see, now that'll go fine with your house and Satan.
It's a goat. Look at him.
Sure it's not a yak?
It's a goat. He's a menacing goat. He's actually been through the ringer.
Yeah, looks a little hammer. How much did you pay for him?
None of your business.
All right, excellent, like most things.
Yeah, okay.
All right, we're carrying on. So again, behind the enormous tree that's full of bees that we have to probably burn to the ground, here is the new home to the old iron workshop. Now if I just pick it up, move it someplace where I want to live, it'd be great. But it's stuck here with her. Well, that's it. Picked up our trailer, a little busy work. Other than that, we'll keep you informed.
And for the first time, in a long time, he's driving. He doesn't trust me with the trailer.
No.
That's a curb.
Oh, we can't go off that.
No.
Probably usually better when you drive.